Yo, what is happening, everybody? Demario Morgan here, Future Cross Yarto, your local California artist. So, anywho, though, but before we go into this video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and please, if you want to get notified, do that too. And if you want to see more of my amazing artwork, then please go to my social medias. That includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and hashtag. All links will be in the description below. Thank you. So right now is that you're probably thinking about this pre-drawing of the canvas, right? So right now is that I didn't really have a lot of concept on paper. Usually I wanted to test this the second time just to draw it out and see what it looked like, and it's really coming out very good, and I really do enjoy drawing a lot, even though that I haven't gone around to it at that point, or I haven't gone around to whatever it is that I'm currently experiencing, especially some of the stuff. But it's really good just to see. But one thing I wanted to do is I want you guys to tell you this is that I kind of had an inspiration about this. It's like all the video games, that including Super Mario Brothers, Sonic, Mega Man, and Rayman, because I just love the courses that they always build, and they always make it almost little impossible, but also easy for all of us to get through the main challenge. And one thing I'll tell you about this other experience is that I have created I wanted to create a sky world for this course. It's because I wanted to see how it can make an impact for you guys to see what it can look like and what kind of concepts it might be fit, and basically to run. So one thing I do show is that one thing in this art that I wanted to show you guys is the bubbles, the polka dots, the clouds, the ruins, and most importantly things are super colorful. But I'm about to tell you this now is that one thing I always do in this one is I always try to put the paint on the inside of the line and not just the outside, because usually I've done my very best to be careful with this, because it's very hard to focus your hand and then just moving it real smoothly and try to stop just trying to take a step-by-step kind of thing, because I always put in 3 layers of paint just to make it bright, colorful. And so that's what I did, really, because I only use about 2 or 3 layers of it. Say for the sky, the blue sky is you're definitely gonna need about 2 or 3 layers of paint just to pretty much get it bright. It really depends on you, really. Honestly, I'm just as shocked as pretty much figuring this out during my time when I was recording this and painting, just trying to figure out the outside of the layer, But I really do enjoy that particular moment, because it makes you feel good about the painting. It's this is about to be a smash hit and only a hit. But at the same time, it's good just to see how I've come far to finally found something that's worth painting and worth something that I have been inspired to create. But the one thing I always had a problem was dedication, because usually I always had this sort of a small problem of dedicating to my work, but also committing to a lot of it, even though to me it doesn't really see me all that much to be dedicated, because I am dedicated. Because if you're dedicated something big, like they're like telling you right now, is like it's gonna like blow your mind, and you're kind of like struggling whether you want this or not. And the also thing is like the hardest challenge of all is to commit. So basically, it's like you're gonna have to like commit to your artwork. You're gonna have to commit to literally everything which you can do. And usually, I try my best to commit to this. And most importantly is like I don't want to like draw paintings all that much. Uh, I just wanted to do more on the I just want to like do more on the digital work, because it's so like simple and easy for me, but also it can be taken like not seriously for other artists like me and you, because we are somewhat in the same boat, because we are struggling too, and we're trying to like get everything together. We're trying to make everything right. We're trying to do everything better. We're just trying to like find our own ways to make the people like just stop in their tracks and get a good look at us and see our paintings and how they feel about it. And it's really amazing how much that people always strategize for this. And it's sort of in the marketing world if you think about it. But one thing is in the community is that people who kind of had a funny way of showing, but also it's like they're absolutely being picky with the idea of with artwork in general, because to this very day it's like people who try to like have experiences, people who try to work so hard about their painting, and usually they want to like be on top, is like, bro, it's not that simple to just be on top. You just gotta be more patient. And usually it's like it depends on the people really, and where you are and where you're at. Because if you're like going to a different community that has a different taste and a different styles that they're like looking for, then if it's like the right place for you to sell it at, then I have no idea to stop it. Really. But anywho though, but if you want to find your place somewhere else in another community, somewhere that art is being appreciated and not just being not taken seriously, but at the same time is like you want to be taken seriously at the same time, but also you want to be fun. And see, that's like the main thing problem is like with me is like I do want to be taken seriously, but also not too seriously. I just wanted it to be fun this fun guy that wanted to like show you about my artwork and how I feel about it, and also it can do the same to you. And I pretty much understand the whole entire notion of that concept with me. It's like you basically trying to understand yourself. You're trying to understand what the people in the community want, and what they always want to find, and what they always want to see, and how can they get it. And I really do think about these questions day after day, just to like remind myself. It's like, what do they want, and what do I want that I will make them what they want. And that's really like the main question. Even if what I said right now is a bit confusing, yes, but at the same time it's like, give it time and you'll probably understand what I'm saying about that question later on. So right now is that I'm like almost done with this painting, and usually I always paint it on the other side first, because usually what I learned just now is like my biggest mistake was is like I should have like colored the skies in first. I could have like done that, but at the same time I was going back and forth with this painting, just trying to like find the angle of it, just trying to like figure out where to put my foot in, and where it can like walk safely across, and not just like landing your arm on top of the canvas. So what's called, like, you can like paint a little bit higher, and then at the same time, it's like you like looking at your arm, and you got paint which hasn't been dried off completely, and what's called, you'll get a little bit frustrated. I mean, it always happened to me, and as well as happened to everybody in general. Period. So, anywho, though, I had to like take a small break real quick because my throat was like getting dry, and I had to like drink some water to like pretty much pause this recording for you guys. But it's all good. So now because now my throat is like cleared up, and now I'm gonna talk more about this. So one thing I really like basically tell y'all is that there are so many ways is like we can like create a lot of different things in our environment, and how can we like make a huge impact on the rest of the community, to the town, and then to the town, to the city, and then to the city, to the worldwide states and countries, and then to the worldwide world. But it's really not that bad. I mean, to be honest, I mean, usually for like artists, like it it usually like take a very long time, about like 4 or 5 years, or maybe even earlier than that, if you guys are very super lucky that your art has finally been recognized. You're like on the street selling, and you're absolutely trying to like catch a break by pretty much letting that person know, it's like, this is my artwork, this is my masterpiece, I designed it, and I have definitely been showing a lot of dedication and work into this, and I accept it for what I am. And most importantly, that really actually helps a lot of people, just to pretty much let the other person know, is like, this is my artwork. I designed this from scratch. I've done it all, and I've pretty much been commuting to it. And that was another thing though, because one thing was like, my aunt, she like told me about being like committed to your artwork, and then that's the thing, like, I always like told my mom about, is that I wanted to be like committed to my artwork, but at the same time, it's like I have to like find the things that makes me happy, and something that I can manage to get along, to see many things, and many possible things that I haven't even gone yet. But each time it helps its own problems, it helps with everything. But anywho, though, I'm really getting off topic right here. So one thing is that from my childhood is that I always tend to listen to music that is basically in a video game too, right? So I just listen to the soundtrack just to hear it, just to understand it, just to understand the environment around this force, this concept. Everything about it is just simple enough for me to understand the reason why. And that's like pretty much okay with me in that particular spot, because I really do understand it. Because one of the music that I understand most about was this other music. It came from Mickey Mouse USA Speedway, or was it Speedway USA? I may have got it wrong, or maybe I got it backwards. But they really do have some nice soundtracks, and it's really good just to help, like, what's this song for and what is it used for. I mean, usually my favorite one all of all was like the Grand Canyon, because the Grand Canyon is really good because it helps you like bring your sense of wonder to life, and it brings everything about you to life. It's like now you're like seeing like the world the way it is. You're seeing how in your space, seeing get that much about music because usually some people like country music, some people like hip hop music, some people like everything. And to me, well, I mostly love almost everything because everything is basically essential to me. It's like what's like you give me this good music and I will listen to it. I will vibe it out and I would have an idea just to chew it all out from that music and it has a lot of inspirations. And I really do have to say this is that I always like come in a clear about my concept arts in particular because every time it's like I always like draw something like out of random or out of nowhere. I mean, usually my head isn't always that straight to like tell what I'm drawing and what I'm doing. Perhaps it's like it was mostly out of boredom in my own mind. To be honest, I never really like understand like what the heck am I drawing? How did I get super bored about it? But at the same time, you just write once again. It doesn't have to be, I mean, for you guys, it doesn't really always have to be drawing constantly, like every single time. If you guys like needed a break, I mean, go ahead. You can pretty much take a break from drawing, and if you're feeling a little bit better about drawing something out of random or curiosity, it helps. It always helps a lot to keep everything similar but also straightforward. I mean, it's not always like easy to like exactly what you're like having an idea for. I mean, you may have an artist block. I mean, it tends to like happen in most of us. It's like we always have this artist block. We can't exactly think of what we're like doing right now and how can we proceed to it. So I'm pretty like confident about that part. It's like if you have an artist block, and the only thing is like if you have an artist block, then just take a break. Just try to like give yourself some time to think and give yourself time to like understand of what you want to do next. What are you going to draw next, right? And I'm pretty sure that's okay because not a lot of people don't really like get around that much with their own art ideas and everything about it. Usually, one thing I will tell you is that I have followed this one artist YouTuber. I may have forgotten his name, and he was like one of the people that like help other artists too if they were like having trouble about like being committed to their own artwork and their own like if they're not ready but they're like still like practicing and it takes them like years and years till they're like 30 or in their 40s just to finally pop out, just to finally like give just to finally like be dedicated to the content. And what's like you finally got everything. You finally got what you need. You finally found your art skills. You found your passion for it, and you also found like the motivation to do it, and also you have found your patience as well. I mean, it's always been part of that. But one thing I wanted to tell you guys is that you finally found what you're looking for, and you're basically dedicated to this because if you found, because remember this, if you guys found something that you're worth doing, and if you think this makes you happy and you're absolutely committed and dedicated to it, but just don't dedicate it to that all much right now, okay? Because right now that if you guys are like in the phase of between like somewhere trying to commit yourself to this, to your own artwork, and to your own ideals, and to your own freedom, just take it slow. There is no need to rush it all at once. I mean, I know it's really hard for all of us to not take some time to think of this over and over again, but at the same time, it's we got to rush this. We got to make this happen. I want to make this happen as well, and I'm pretty sure you guys can too by helping me to pretty much grab more audience and grab their attention about this artwork, this masterpiece that I designed. It's really incredible and it really hits a lot of people. And I really do thinking about making more merch someday, because usually I always wanted to create concept art, right? And I also wanted to prepare them. I wanted to prepare them for let's just say this. If I wanted to prepare for that, I had to do a lot of stuff and a lot of work, right? I had to create posters, t-shirts, mugs, or anything out of anything that I can think of. That's what I'm gonna say. Is that it's you want your art to be known. You want the whole world to recognize your art, your crafted genius, and most importantly, you want to create that something is bigger. And the thing was with me is I have met other artists too, and I met them at a gallery at the Aziz gallery. But there's two of them, but I cannot go into description not now about that part, but I'll let you guys find out the rest. So one thing I really want to tell you guys is I met new artists, and I have met one of I kind of met one of my other artists back at Black History Month, when they were doing the whole Black History Month event for 2 weeks, and I was pretty much getting a lot of experiences, but also I met new artists that were from here, from California, and usually it's I wanted to ask them, the question is how how can you let people see your art? It's how can people how can you grab people's attention? It's is there something I want to do? Is grab people's attention with this art style? And then that's the thing, I never got the chance to ask that question before. It's I wanted to hear more artists' advice every single day, just to pretty much hear them out for what they say, and I wanted to be good at it, but also trying to find a way to just doing the right thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, this painting has been a masterpiece to me, and this is only just the beginning. So like I said, guys, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And oh boy, this is really good. And I'll talk to you all later.